Hello and welcome to the Ingles table. I'm Joe Lasher and I'm teaming up with the National Pork Board to bring you a tasty recipe. Today we're doing my blackberry stuffed pork loin on the grill. I got everything I need at my local Ingles, so let's get started. All right, I've got a beautiful piece of pork from the Ingles meat department. A nice loin roast. We've butterflied that already. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But before we do that, we've got to make our sauce, which is part of the stuffing. So you heard me say blackberries. I love this time of year, summertime in the mountains. We've got beautiful blackberries starting to hit the Ingles produce section. So I've got almost 2 cups. I'm gonna pour that straight into this pot. I've got some lemon juice here. I've got some vanilla extract right here. I've got some cinnamon. And lastly, some honey. Scoop that honey out. We're gonna put this over medium heat for about 15 minutes. We want these blackberries to start to break down. When that sauce starts to become nice and purple and those blackberries have broken down, we're going to let it set aside, cool for just a moment, and use it as part of our pork stuffing. All right, so our blackberries have cooked down. You know, I mentioned fresh blackberries, and boy, if you can pick them up, that's great. You can also use a frozen blackberry product if it's not blackberry season in your part of the country. So we've got these cooked down so nicely. Look at that beautiful color. What we're gonna do is set this to the side, let it cool off just a little bit, and I'm gonna bring my pork loin roast right over. I love to buy these larger cuts of meat, trim them down myself, save for later what I'm not gonna use today. So what I've done here is taken a pork loin roast, it's about 3.5 to 4 pounds, and I've butterflied that. And all that means is I've taken the edge of my knife and I've sliced into it to where I can roll it out pretty much flat, like so, okay? We're gonna stuff this and we're gonna tie it and put it on the grill. So the first part of our stuffing is going to be some cream cheese, and I'll just use this spoon. I'm gonna put that right onto there just like so. And we're just gonna use our spoon to spread that cream cheese. So I think we've got that there. Then let's take some chopped roasted pecans. You can find these at the Ingles produce department. They have all kinds of, you can buy in bulk or you can find them in bags in the baking section. And then what we're gonna do is take some, I've kept out a few blackberries, fresh or frozen. Put them just like so, right into the center just like that. And then we're gonna take just a little bit of our sauce. You don't wanna do too much because it will run right out, but I like to just take some of this and spread it right into there as well. Now, the fun part of this is to take it, tuck it in, and roll that right up. If you don't like to get your hands messy, you might not want to do this recipe. But look at that, nice roll there. Now, you may ask, how are we going to keep that together? I've got a few pieces of butcher's twine. And you know, it's not just the food you can find at Ingles. You can find this in the Ingles cooking section, and there's no trick to it. We're just gonna tie this up like so. Repeat the process all the way across. Now we're gonna season the outside of this simply with some salt, pepper, a little garlic powder, but first we're gonna coat it with some olive oil. It'll make that nice and brown on the grill. Rub that down nicely, just like so. I do not ever skimp on my seasoning, so we're gonna put some black pepper, just rub that across, some kosher salt, make for a really nice crust. And then I like some garlic powder. And really there's no, whatever you like. You can find some amazing pork rubs or seasonings for specifically for pork. You know, I'm just doing salt, pepper, and garlic, but you can really do anything. The main thing is you don't want to go too strong in any direction to affect that blackberry and cream cheese in the center. We've got this ready to go to the grill. We're gonna take it outside. We're gonna hit it on all 4 sides with direct heat, and then we're gonna move it to the indirect side and let that come up to 145 degrees internal. Pull it off, let it rest just a few minutes, slice it, and serve it with the rest of our blackberry sauce. All right, so we're in from the grill. We seared this on the outside, then we let it come up to temperature on the indirect side. Now we've come in, we're gonna slice this and look right in the center. So here's what we're gonna do. Take this and Take a look at that stuffing. You can see that blackberry and cream cheese and pecans right in there. We're gonna go ahead and take a slice of this here. Oh yeah, look at that. We're gonna put this blackberry sauce right on the plate, just like so. And we're gonna put this pork loin right on top of there. And there we are, blackberry stuffed pork loin roast. I want to thank you today for joining me at the Ingles table, where we're proudly got to partner with the National Pork Board on some tasty pork-inspired recipes. Be sure to check out the website for more, and I'll see you next time.